Hello.
Why are you allowed to do that voice, but when I was doing it last night, you were getting annoyed?
What were you doing again last night?
My boy only breaks his favorite toys. Oi, oi.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just like when you say it, it's like sounds disgusting.
Why? What about that's disgusting? When you do it, it's disgusting.
No, when I do it, it's like perfectly in character, and you cannot tell if I'm a rabbi or myself.
I think you are sounding a kind of anti-Semitic, that you think that's what all rabbis sound like.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
It can be internalized.
All rabbis sound like that.
No, they don't.
You're telling me all
There's
rabbis...
definitely a rabbi down under who sounds like this. And he's going, Shabbat Shalom, Congregation Bedtime.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos. See, you're wrong. Not all rabbis sound like that.
Can't put shrimp on the barbie. It's not kosher.
Okay, that's enough. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Wait. Can we talk? It's the Bedtime Podcast. It's good to be back. We took 2 weeks off.
We took 2 weeks off.
We didn't mean to.
No.
Life came up.
Life happens.
And I really give myself a hard time. Just so you guys know, the weeks where we don't put out a pod, I'm home like, I fucking suck. This is all my fucking fault. The pod's not out this week. Everybody fucking hates me. I take it very seriously because I know that's exactly how you guys feel.
Yeah, the only reason I hate not recording a pod is because I have to deal with Noah. Having a mental breakdown about it.
Because it does feel like, I mean, I don't know, maybe the viewers want to listen to this about how the sausage was made, but it does feel like there's momentum that we build from week to week.
Maybe. I feel like you're being a narcissist.
What do you mean?
Thinking that they care if we put out a episode. I mean, maybe they do. Sound off in the comments.
I think there are some people that are waiting for Tuesday to come to say, hey, where's the episode?
I'd be shocked if anyone even knows we release episodes on Tuesday. But once again, sound off in the comments, sleepyheads.
That's the kind of data we want.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Are you waiting at home, changing your whole plans for an episode to come out on Tuesday? Are you waiting?
They're not. I can tell you right now, they're not.
But I don't know. I'm hard on myself. This is a good thing to talk about because it goes into a lot of stuff. I'm very hard on myself.
Yeah, you have a lot of problems.
But isn't that a good thing?
To have a lot of problems? Not typically, no.
No, to be hard on myself. I demand a lot.
No, that's a bad thing. That is an actively bad thing, to be hard on yourself.
But doesn't it push me?
No, you can push yourself and not be hard on yourself.
Give me an example.
Okay.
When is a time in your life where you pushed yourself and you weren't hard on yourself?
Okay, I have the best example, literally, of all time. Oh my God, I'm a genius. As usual. Okay. Summer 2011, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm in summer school taking accounting. Now, accounting, it was a requirement, is not a skill that I think the sleepyheads, no one will assume that I have that skill. And I don't, okay? That's not something I'm good at. I'm an artiste.
Dear God, no.
Dear God, no. I should not be an accountant, but it was required for my major for some ungodly reason. Or I had to take like some class in a business school. So I took accounting. I knew I was not going to get an A in accounting. There was no fucking way. And this was also very upsetting to me because I had a like perfect grade point average in college. I was really, really nerdy. So this I knew was going to be upsetting to me. I knew I was not going to get an A, but I decided to try my very hardest, but not get mad at myself when I inevitably did not get a good grade. So for the final, there was only a final exam for the class. Like for some reason, that's all there was. So I tried my fucking ass off. I studied. I had my mom study with me because she's really good at that stuff. And I only finished 50% of the final. So I was like, really did not do, like, we had 3 hours to do it. I could only finish 50% of it. It was that hard. I turned it in and I was like, you know what? I did the best I could. And I ended up getting a B+ in the class because we were graded on a curve. And it turned out like nobody finished the final. It's a hard fucking class. So what would the point have been if I'd been like, oh, I only finished 50% of the fucking final. I'm a piece of shit. Like, no, I got a B+ in a really hard class.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it feels like I grew up with the idea of like, just try your best and that's all that matters. Mm-hmm. You don't like that mantra though.
No, because I also don't think you have to try your best. Another example from college is I was a psychology minor. For some reason, it just like worked out that I'd taken so many psychology courses because it did interest me. That I just was like, I'll just fucking minor in this and finish it because you were required to have a minor. So there was one like children's psychology course I took. It was like so painfully easy. I didn't even go to class because I was like, this is actively a waste of my time. And I ended up getting like a B in the class. I definitely could have gotten an A, but I think trying my hardest in that would have been a waste of my time.
But yeah, obviously, if it's something you don't care about, you shouldn't try your hardest. You should just do what you need to do to get through it. But
yeah.
You know, like something like this, like, you know, pod or comedy or whatever, like, don't you agree that all you can worry about, all you could do is focus on trying your best?
Yeah, but I think trying your best, we need to remember what that actually means, which is like, you should not be killing yourself over a podcast. Our fans are chill. It's literally called the Bedtime Podcast. If you're not chill, like, you're probably not listening to this. This is, our fans are called the sleepyheads. They're tired and cool people, you know?
If you're not chill, you're not a sleepyhead.
It's true. So like, no one's going to be mad. Like if we made fucking $20,000 an episode, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? We should make this more of a priority. But until that's the case.
It is a priority.
No, I just said more of a priority. See why you're fucked up? Like I didn't say it wasn't a priority. We just need to know how to relax.
Are you going to leave me?
No, not now. But you better fucking do some healing.
I am.
I know.
You don't want a husband who's like lazy.
I didn't say lazy. I said healed. I also don't want a workaholic husband.
You'd rather a workaholic husband than a lazy one.
First of all, laziness does not exist.
Okay, one who has no ambition, who's not trying at anything in his life.
I don't know.
No. Come on.
No, I'm being serious.
No, and me too, by the way.
What if your ambition was to be a stay-at-home dad? That would actually benefit me greatly.
No, then neither one of us would make money.
I'm close. That's not nice to say to me. I shot 3 indie movies this summer. Nobody's working and I did 3 movies.
I know. I'm not, obviously we're making money, but I just mean like we can't sure, yeah. It'd be, if I wanted to be a stay-at-home dad, then I'd be the best at that. But I guess what I'm saying is
yeah,
you get frustrated by my perfectionism and how hard I try, but I also think a part of you does like it why would you want to be with some deadbeat husband?
I'm not saying I want you to be a deadbeat. I'm saying perfectionism is literally a mental illness. Like
I get it. You want me to just chill out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm desperate for you to chill out.
You don't want. I agree. I think I want to do what I do without the internal criticism and if I don't do this, that means I'm this, and if I don't do like that whole like internal monologue is just so unhelpful.
Yeah.
But I also think like I really like how I'm a hard worker.
Yeah. I once again think you can be a hard worker and like not kill yourself for taking a day off.
I mean, we've taken 2 weeks off.
But you've been he says we've taken 2 weeks off. He's been working on a project for the past 2 weeks, not getting paid, and he's been working maybe 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Every day on it. Not taking a break. He's exhausted. I haven't really seen him. So he says he's taken 2 weeks off. He has not. It's because he's been so consumed by another project in his workaholism that we haven't been able to record the pod. He doesn't have time.
Yeah, it's an indie porn.
Yeah, I wish. Finally make some money around here.
You think if I just went right into porn, I would make a lot more money a lot quicker?
Yeah, probably.
I would direct porn right now.
I would too. I would. Fuck it. I'd be in porn. Maybe at this point.
You would be in porn.
Maybe. I said maybe.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
You talk a big game, but you would never do that.
I know. I'm pretty shy.
Also, you're not like the horniest woman.
I'm not really horny at all these days. So, yeah, it'd be tough for me.
I mean, I'm sure, you know, sex workers aren't always horny when they work.
But it must help.
It definitely helps.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're not always horny, but they could fake it to make it.
Yeah, and I'm not that good at faking it to making it.
I mean, I think the first week why we took off was because it was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
And we did something that I've always wanted to do, which was Syd and I took a sexy little day trip and overnight to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire.
And we took we did this. I've always wanted to do this, which is you fly out of Burbank. It's a 45-minute flight. You land, get to Vegas. We hung out at the pool. We went to a nice dinner. We stayed overnight. We were in bed by 9:30 p.m.
That's how you do it. Well, when you're sober in Vegas.
And we didn't gamble.
I've never gambled, and I don't want to break the seal.
Something that annoyed me is I told other people about the trip, and they were like, "Did you gamble?" And I was like, "No." And they were like, "You didn't gamble. Why would you not gamble?"
Why would I gamble? Why do people gamble? It makes no sense to me.
I mean, I like gambling. It's fun, but like, why is it such a big deal if I didn't gamble in Vegas? There's so much. Vegas has so much to offer.
Yeah, I love Vegas. I can't wait to go back.
The food.
So good.
The people watching.
So good.
The pool.
It was a little cold for my taste.
Syd, in Las Vegas, we were hanging by the pool. It's 108 degrees, and Syd was shivering.
I don't like a cold pool.
But you were shivering outside of the pool.
Well, because I still had the pool water on me.
That was crazy.
I know. My friend who's a doula thinks my chi is stagnant. I gotta look into it.
What does that mean?
My life force energy.
Stagnant?
Yes.
And why would that make you cold?
You get cold when there's blockages in your chi.
I'm not kidding. Truly, 105 degrees.
It's 107.
Thank you for correcting me.
What?
It's good. They need to know it wasn't 105.
Well, because you said 108 at first, and then you said 105, but the reality is it was 107.
And they need to know that.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's 107. She's shivering like it's 32 degrees. I swear to God, guys. I swear to God.
My chi is definitely stagnant. Last night, Noah couldn't sleep in our bedroom because it was so hot. I was using the comforter.
I know. I was looking at it. I was like, how are you not fucking so hot right now?
I was so comfortable. We don't have AC in there. It was 90 degrees outside, and I slept with the comforter and the window open.
Was that the first night we've ever spent apart?
No, we've spent many nights apart.
No, like in the apartment, though.
Oh, probably. Because anytime we're in a fight and I'm like, sleep on the couch. She's like, no.
I know. I'm like, no chance.
No chance.
We're going to figure this out. I'm sleeping with my wife tonight. That's why I have a wife. To sleep with her.
Yeah, that's the only reason. But anyway, back to Vegas.
Wait, but can I ask you about the sleeping apart thing?
Yeah.
When you woke up in the middle of the night, what was your thought?
Well, I was like, at first I thought, he fell asleep out there. And then I was like, maybe he's mad at me, so he's sleeping out there. But then I realized if you were mad at me, you would have woken me up to talk about it, probably.
Yeah, what would you came out at like 2 o'clock in the morning. You were like, hey, are you mad at me? I was like, well, you just woke me up from sleeping, so.
I didn't wake you up. You woke up when I came out.
Okay, but no, now I'm kind of mad. But no, I wasn't mad. I was just fucking hot as shit.
I was perfectly comfortable.
Anyways, back to Vegas. So we just had like a really great, cozy time. And it was like, it's nice to stay in a hotel where, you know, this is the thing about hotels. They take care of you.
I loved it.
You know, we're at home. You take care of me. I take care of you. We take care of the apartment. You're at a hotel. They take care of you. They take care of me. They take care of us.
Yeah, exactly. Gorgeous.
Was that worth the run?
No.
And I just loved getting to sleep early.
I know. I mean, I do that every night, but I love doing it in a hotel with you.
It's very hard for me to get to sleep. It's like a struggle to go to sleep early.
Yeah, I don't get it. Because you have to wake up so early.
But because I never want the party to end.
And I'm always ready for the party to end.
Talk them through like my mental state, like when we're going to bed early. Because the last 3 or 4 nights we've like gone to bed at like 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, you're like, oh, can we go to bed this early? And I'm like, absolutely, we should. And you're like, I don't know, is this so crazy? And I'm like, no, this is what adults do. We go to bed early, and it kills him. But I'm like, getting to bed now.
It's just hard for me to go to sleep. Not on vacation. On vacation, I'm like, this is what it's for.
Yeah.
To just relax, to take care of yourself. But man, during the week, I'm like, I'm like literally brushing my teeth, ready to go to bed. And I'm like, should I go out?
That's what makes me sad, is you just said on vacation, you think it's perfectly fine to take care of yourself. But in real life, you don't think basically it's all right to take care of yourself. And that makes me sad. Sleep is like the most important thing for you. You can have a shitty diet and like still, if you have good sleep, you're going to be mostly okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So yeah, you should prioritize taking care of yourself.
I know.
Call me crazy.
One of the fun things we did in Vegas is we went to an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Noah says that's fun. I hated it.
I hated it too.
Then why'd you say it was fun?
Because it's an idea of a fun thing.
It was an idea of a fun thing. The second the credit card went through, I regret this.
Immediately. It was about $140 for 2 people.
So much money.
And yeah, truly, as soon as she saw the price, you were like, should we do this?
It was instant regret.
And I felt that too, but I was like, we already paid. And, we are on vacation and it's your birthday and you said you wanted to do this. So let's just do it and make the best of it. But, I hadn't gone to a buffet like that since I was like 8 or 9 years old.
And I went to one when I was 17 and it was like one of the happiest memories I have. So I did think it was worth doing it again, but it just made me realize I have completely changed as a person and I'm now quality over quantity and not quantity over quality.
Yeah, the amount of food you need to eat at a Vegas buffet to make the price worth it will put you in the hospital.
Yeah, it's really, really crazy. All I ended up eating was 1 crepe and I had a couple bites of other stuff, but it wasn't very good. So, yeah.
Yeah, like I'd much rather go to a restaurant that like specializes in the entrees they make as opposed to, hey, we're going to cook like every single type of food and most of it's just going to be fine.
Yeah, it was even the cheese was mediocre. And I'm like, how do you fuck up a cheese plate? Like it was actually distressing. I
had a really hard time enjoying it because I just kept thinking about how much food gets wasted at Vegas buffets.
Oh yeah, it was an unhappy time, to be honest. That was awful.
Like every day they're making just like a huge new spread. And then again, there's just no way that I would say even 60% of it gets eaten.
Yeah, it ended up being kind of an unhappy situation for us. So yeah, never doing that again.
I looked it up though, where the food goes.
Where does it go?
Caesars and MGM, those corporations, they donate the buffet from their foods to pig farms in northern Nevada, which sounds like, oh, that's a good thing. But then I'm like, wait, so like these pigs are just being forced to eat like duck?
Fucking duck buns. Oh. And like, why was there chilaquiles and like I think there was a full pig. So I'm sure they're not feeding the pigs. That's cannibalism.
Yeah, that's cannibalism, guys.
I don't know. I'm really anti-buffet now. Really.
It scarred me. I was just kind of disgusted. And then, another way the buffet is worth it is if you're going to eat the seafood.
Yeah, but it was 9 a.m. I wasn't eating crab legs.
I appreciated that.
Yeah.
It just really disgusted me. I think I would love to see, much like golf courses, which we have tackled, I'd love to see buffets kind of being a thing of the past.
Me too. No more buffets.
We don't need it.
No more buffets. No more golf courses. And no more. Fine. Breweries are fine, but breweries as part of culture, not fine.
Yes, not fun. But yeah, it was just disgusting and not worth the money.
No, it was so expensive.
If we would have just went to breakfast, how much do you think that would have been?
I mean, it probably still would have been expensive. It's Las Vegas, but I think we would have enjoyed our meal more.
$100?
Yeah.
I was kind of hungry after the buffet.
I did want lunch, yes.
Because here's the thing. This is the way you got to do the buffet. I'll give you, if you guys are going to go, this is how you do it. If you're going to spend that much money, you want to get through most of the dishes, I think. You want to get through as many dishes as you can, but you don't want to get sick. So what you do is you take a bite of something, and if you can't honestly say to yourself, I love this, you do not finish it. You live like a king. You take a bite. You don't love it, you put it aside, you take a next thing. You only finish the things you love.
And then once again, you're wasting a ton of food. So yeah, we don't recommend. We don't like, me no likey the buffet.
Me no likey the buffet.
No, there was a lot of bad food in Vegas too, which we had chicken fingers right when we got there because I was so hungry and dinner was like 5 hours away. And they had fried pickles on the menu. So I was like, obviously, I need these. It's one of my favorite foods. And they were the worst fried pickles I've ever had.
Yeah.
So that was disappointing.
But it was a fun birthday, right?
Oh, yeah.
You had a great time?
It was great. I'd go back to Vegas anytime, preferably with my hairdresser and her child. That sounds like the most fun to me.
I just have always wanted to do like a trip like that. Just like leave on a Wednesday afternoon, come back Thursday afternoon. I don't know why. It just sounds so like sexy and romantic and like cool. Like we kept like role playing that we were like kind of like agents undercover. Like we just got to go to Vegas to see about something.
We never did that. What are you talking about?
We did that when we were leaving our apartment.
We did?
We were like, we're just going to drop by Vegas just for a second. We'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Just got to see about a deal in Vegas.
I don't remember it, but I'll let you have this.
Don't you remember that bit? You were like, you kept saying when I was saying it, you were like, oh my God, this is such a hilarious bit.
I don't remember, but I believe you.
You were like, wow, this is so great. I'm going to remember this bit forever.
I don't think this happened.
No, it did happen, but it wasn't that great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
Thanks.
Yeah. So should we get to how you ruined my birthday?
Okay, so this is a separate thing. So in addition to Vegas, which was my birthday present to Syd, we threw a party for you, like a bagel brunch.
It was a bagel brunch. I told everyone it was from 11 to 2. I gave a specific time frame. I provided bagels, coffee, but 11 to 2 was the time frame, and it was respected, which I love.
Great boundaries around the birthday.
Yes.
Which, again, is a theme of something I can't handle.
Yes. So
let me just give you some backstory. I made a rude comment to Syd, and I'm sorry. Syd and I, we worked hours to prepare for this birthday. You know, the day before we were cleaning up, we were setting up. The morning we were setting up, we were cleaning up. And I had to go to a meeting about our health insurance. So I really didn't get to be at the birthday.
You got to be there for the second half.
For like an hour and a half of what was a party that I prepared for like 8 hours.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't your party.
I know. And, you know, people were leaving after 3 hours. It was very, very hot. Also, sorry if anyone's listening and felt they should have been invited.
I doubt it.
I'm sorry. People left after 3 hours, and it was very brief, kind of quick party. And
they all should be.
Yeah. And I didn't get to experience that much of it. So I didn't really have like the best time. And I projected it onto everybody else. And I may have told Syd at the end of the day that I didn't think anyone at her party had very much fun.
Do you regret that?
I do very much.
It was pretty mean, right, sleepyheads? So I cried for a full day.
And I felt terrible.
As you should. So mean. One of my friends called it cruel.
It was cruel. And I think it really was I mean, I think it just shows you that most of the time when someone says something mean, it has very little to do with like what they're saying or who they're saying it to. It has everything to do with what they're going through.
Yes, I do agree with that.
And I think I just felt like very, very exhausted and tired by like all the preparation and not really getting to enjoy it. And I've also, and I think we can get into this more because you said you have a lot to talk about on this subject, but like lately I've had a hard time carrying like very small, like I've had a hard time doing small talk. And I think at parties like that is kind of what you're doing. When there's a lot of people there, you don't really get time to be like, have intimate conversations with people. It's kind of just like these brief check-ins and you're getting pretty surface. You're just doing like surface level talks. And I just like, for whatever reason, I really am struggling right now to have those conversations, and my attention span is just not there for them.
See, I don't think that's actually the case with those parties. I think that's the case with the host. And because it was your apartment, it was my party, you were technically the host.
Totally.
So you're going around having little conversations. Whereas I saw people at the party talking to like one or two people the whole time. And I think they were having like cool, in-depth conversations because everyone I invited is cool.
Absolutely. And everyone who you invited, I like very much.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, I think you're right. I just kind of projected my experience onto everybody else. Like nobody was thinking like that. Nobody's at this party. Like I would say as soon as it became unfun for them, they probably left.
Yeah.
So their memory of that party was good.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I think someone pointed this out to me that like, this is kind of the perfectionist performer in me that I feel the need to like crush everything and everything has to be great. Like even a party I throw or a party I'm at, I have to annihilate. I have to be so good. You know, I have to crush. And it's like, no, it's not. It's just a party. Just chill. Just hang out with people.
Exactly. Just have a good time. You don't have to crush. Like just hang out, eat a bagel.
Yeah, and I really do. I don't like that I said that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you now.
But you do you have trouble with small talk?
No, and I think I used to have small talk back before I was sober. Honestly.
You used to have small talk?
I mean, have an anxiety about talking to people and small talk before I was sober. But now that I'm sober, I'm kind of just like, yeah, cool. Like. We can chat about anything. Let's get into it. Like, if you want to talk about the weather, great. I can talk about the weather. If you want to go a little deeper, great. I can do that. Because I don't care. Like this is, I think, your issue. You care too much what other people think. I have let that shit go mostly.
I guess what it is I'm having small talk and I'm like, oh, I think I'm probably boring this person.
Yeah, you think you're boring, but I'm like, I'm not boring. I'm a genius.
No, I'm not. You are a genius. I'm not boring either. I just like, I'm like, oh, like we're talking about the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Don't you think if we're talking about the weather, then like that's kind of a boring conversation?
Can you imagine if Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones thought it was boring to talk about the weather? We wouldn't have twisters. But that's so different. That's like a very detailed, educated conversation about the weather. Like when we talk about the weather, we're like, yeah, so it's hot out right now. I'm just saying anything can be interesting if you make it interesting. Like talking about the weather can be interesting. People are dying in the heat. You can get into a conversation about climate change. It doesn't have to be like this deep, like conversation about yourself. You can have small talk about, what am I trying to say? You can talk about things outside of yourself. I think that's kind of what small talk is, and have it be interesting. It doesn't have to be like, oh, it was 95 degrees yesterday. Bleep, bloop, bleep. Like it can be, oh yeah, it was 95 degrees yesterday. Like,
do you hear about all the people who died in Bangladesh?
Exactly.
And now that's interesting.
I know.
Now we're on to something.
Yeah. Talking about movies is considered small talk. That's never boring. You like talking about movies.
I do. I just like, when I am aware that I'm talking to someone, I get a lot of anxiety. I start to be like, okay, so now they're going to say this, and now this is what I'm going to say. Okay, I need to have a question. Like, okay, what's my question? How do I continue this conversation? Or no, I don't have a question. Okay, I got to find an out. What's an out? Do I have to take a shit? I got to take a shit. Okay. Hey, sorry. I'm so sorry. I got to take a shit.
You are the worst. I don't even know if I care about fixing you anymore.
You're not fixing me. I don't need to be fixed.
A woman's work is always to fix the man. I'm joking. No, I'm not.
Do you feel like I have a lot that needs to be fixed?
No, I just think we have some healing that needs to be done.
Yeah. I'm going to try with the small talk more, because it's like, it's also nice to not have to like get into it with every single person.
Yeah. Also, you have to do small talk for your job. So like, get used to it.
Yeah. Like if someone says, how are you? And I'm like, honestly, I'm not doing well. Like I feel this, and this. It's like, who wants to talk to that guy?
Yeah, that's going to be bad. Come here. The dog just came in. It's her first birthday.
It's her first birthday, and she has a
toilet paper roll in her mouth.
Before we go, we do want to mention that we do have some cool merch that Syd designed. It's just like a sleepyhead dad cap. It's got sleepyhead on the front. It's navy in white writing.
And it says the bedtime pod on the back.
On the back, it says the bedtime pod. And, you know, if you're going for a hike, if you're going to the beach, anytime you need to just get the sun out of your eye, put on a sleepyhead hat.
Put on a sleepyhead hat.
You know, it's pretty cool, right, Syd?
I like it.
We've sold some, and the people we've sold to really like them.
Oh, yeah.
So, guys, we're going to put a link in the show notes. You could get yourself one of these, and I don't know. I might keep mine on for the rest of the night.
I think that's smart.
You think it's smart?
Yeah.
To go to sleep in it?
Yeah.
All right. You want to put it on?
No.
I just want to see how you look.
Adorable.
Whoa. It looks even better on a woman.
Yeah, it looks great on a woman.
All right. So, Syd, what are you into this week?
I am into our dog. It's her first birthday today. She's literally an angel. She's very hot right now. I feel bad for her. But yeah, it's been quite the growing experience having a puppy.
Yeah, we haven't had her for like her whole life.
No.
But the vet, the adoption kind of whatever paper said today is her birthday. So
that's what we're going off of.
I'm feeling a little bad. Like, should we do like a party for her?
She doesn't know.
Okay, we shouldn't. She has no idea.
Do you know it's your birthday?
No, she doesn't know. That's great. What am I into this week? I am into Dexter. We just started watching this great show, Dexter.
Yeah, heard of it. It's from like 2006.
And, lately I've been really, again, I think this goes hand in hand with the small talk where it's like, it's just like very hard for me to like sink my teeth into things these days. I don't know if it's just like so hot and I'm tired and I just like, my attention span is very thin, but for some reason that one is really grabbing me. I think it's because like I get to watch like a psychopath do his thing.
It's fun.
It's very fun, and, it's not too gory. It's just gory enough, and it's a fascinating character.
It's a really good show. It was my favorite show when I don't remember when it came out.
And that's my favorite thing, too. When you've seen a show a long time ago and you're rewatching with me.
It's really fun.
I love, like, when we did Sex and the City and Sopranos, like, it was really, I don't know, it's kind of like you're guiding me through this journey.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So that's it for us. A short and sweet episode for you guys.
We love you, sleepyheads.
We love you, sleepyheads. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. It's the Bedtime Podcast.